I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna share this to Facebook, and then we're live. Hi, a lot of thank you for tuning in to Story Time, and thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. All right, so we got it. So I'm sharing it. I am live. I'm sharing it to Facebook, and prayerfully, hopefully, we'll get this party started. Hi, welcome to uh my story time segment. How are you? I missed you guys. That's okay that you guys didn't show up yesterday. It's okay because I know it's been 3 years since I told you I was gonna go live, and or since I had been live, and I fell off. I don't know if I fell off or got ran off, but either way it go, I'm here now. I'm here now, right? Okay, so I got this really hot topic. I was on Facebook this morning, and I was browsing. I was getting on there to put something on for my grandkids, and also for to answer any acknowledgments or notifications or anything like that. Well, okay, hang on. Hi, you have reached Just Charlotte, and you just happen to call in right now while I am live on YouTube. So I have a question. The question is, are you willing to answer the question on my live stream? You do not have to give your name. If you want to, that's fine. But are you willing to answer a question from a man's point of view on my live stream?
Yes, I
Okay. All right. Well, just hold on a minute because I got on a little late. So I'm kind of introducing myself. So just stay right here, caller. And then I'm going to ask you a question in a couple minutes. So just give me a couple minutes and I will be right back to you. Okay. So, anyway, so I was browsing through Facebook and I saw where Derek Jackson had posted a question. He had, he had posted this question, and I'm not going to use the explicits that are in the message, but I will use initials. And we all grown here. Y'all can figure it out. Okay. So he says, if this was your husband, what would you want him to do? So of course he's talking to the ladies, right? And I'm a lady. I want to talk to the men. So the man wrote in to him and asked him this, or shared this information with him, and I thought it was interesting. He said, "My wife told me my penis is small when she was face drunk. It's been bothering me ever since. Do I say anything?" He said, "I never thought." Oh, hang on. He said, "I never thought." Oh, Jesus, naturally. He said, "I never thought that my penis was tiny. I am about 5 inches."
okay.
Okay, no. So I'm reading. So he says, "We were drunk the other night and started to get it on. Within about 30 seconds, she wanted me to use her toy. I asked her what was wrong, and she told me I'm too small, and when she gets wet, she can't feel me. I just felt so demoralized all at once. Should I talk to her about it or just let it go?" So I'm saying, I'm saying, I'm not talking to you yet, caller. Hang on a second. I gotta. Hang on a second. So I'm not talking to you, caller, yet. But I wait a minute. I got a text message that I have to answer. So uh, hang on, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to answer this. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. That call didn't know I was live. Okay, so I wanna say a couple things, and then I'm gonna ask the caller that called in a question. So if okay, a man and his wife are, first of all, I was happy to know that that was his wife, not just a girlfriend or a spouse, or I mean, not just a girlfriend or a benefactor. You know what I'm saying? Friends with benefit, or just some side piece, and not like that. He said that this was his wife. And I'm a firm believer. No, no, before I answer that question, I would like to know from the callers. Caller, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. All right. So caller, let me ask you, let me ask you this, caller. So um if you were that man that posed that question, that your wife had said that to you while y'all were in under the influence of alcohol, would you say anything to her or not? Or would you let it go?
First, I wait till we're sober, and then I would have to talk with her because she would not understand why I'm drunk. But I would bring it to her attention.
Wait a minute.
But
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. You said you will wait until you guys are sober,
right,
and then you. Well, what if she doesn't remember that she said that?
so I would bring it to her attention that you said that.
Okay, but if she, I'm a firm believer that give a man a strong drink and he'll speak of a sober mind. I get that part, and I'm also a believer. The Word of God teaches me that out of the heart the mouth speaks. Right. So if she's your wife and she told you that, let's say she told you under the influence, this is what she really been wanting to say, right? Because she waited until she got up her little liquid courage, right? So now she's told you how she really feel. What kind of conversation could you really have with her, or what conversation would you have with her?
Well, the conversation, for one, if she's drunk, she's not going to be of God anyway. Understand what I'm trying to give out. And if I'm that man with that small, if I was to say something while she was drunk, I would say, my love is bigger than dick. I mean, my penis is more bigger. Do you want for anything? Is there a roof over your head? Are the bills paid? I can make love to you without even touching you. The way I say, you look very nice in the morning. The way I hold your hand when we walk down the hallway or we walk in the park. The way I look at you. The way I give you your props. Hey, you look very nice tonight. Oh, I like that dress. You know, these are the things that it ain't about sex all the time. It's about companionship.
Let me jump in, caller. I understand. I fully understand what you're saying. You're coming at it from a man's perspective that says, let me turn this mic off. You're coming at it from a perspective of,
I have a small penis.
no. I'm not. She told you that she told you under the influence that you have a small penis. This is your wife. And it's like, okay, now you tell me X amount of days, months, or years in, how you really feel, right? And so you're saying, okay, but I'm pleasing you in so many other areas, but I'm saying you didn't really listen to what she said. You're saying, you're gonna have that talk with her, and then you approach her. Let's use me for an example. You're my husband, and I'm under the influence, and I tell you, hey, your penis is small. I can't really feel you when I get wet, and can you go get my toys? That's what I'm really feeling at that moment, right? So if you wait until I'm no longer sober, because he did say in the thing that they both were drunk. Well, he said that she was. Okay, hold on for a second, caller. Hold on. Hi, caller. I have two callers on the line. So the one man, he's already made his claim. But before I go, do you have the willingness, because I don't want to call you by name, do you have the willingness to say who your name is?
Yeah, my name is Ronald.
Okay, so Ronald, I have a question. You hold it, first caller. I need you to hold that thought. Okay, Ronald. The question is: a man and his wife, not his girlfriend, not his side piece, not his friends with benefits. They were getting ready to make love. They had been drinking, and he said she was drunk. And when they got ready to make love, he said 30 seconds into it, she told him she wanted her toy because he was too small, and when she gets wet, he no longer pleased her. This was his wife that told him that. And he said it has been bothering him ever since. He wants to know whether or not he should say something. If you were that man, would you say something, or would you let it go? And then why, to your answer?
I think that I would say something. I think it's best to clear and get it out in the open. At least the question is, if she's his wife, I wonder what their sex life might have been before they got married. So I don't know if he was pleasing her then, or if they were using toys or whatever they had. But maybe the best thing for him to do is to join the priesthood. You're not gonna need that. That's kind of small.
Okay, so
So,
caller number one, you're still on the air as well. So caller number one said that he would have that talk with her as well once she got sober, and he said that he would tell her, remind her of all the other areas that he was pleasing her in. The bills were paid. He compliments her on her, her look. He compliments on how she keeps the house, how she takes care of the kids, how she, she's there for the family. He said that it's more than sex. That's from his perspective. That's the talk that he would have with her. But I was trying to, the man already said his wife was drunk. What if she doesn't even know that she said that? And now maybe she's feeling embarrassed that she said that. Now, let me give him, before y'all come in any further, let me give you my opinion. What I said, um, I commented on it. I said, sit down and have that talk with her. If she was a virgin prior to y'all getting married, how does she know you're too small? She has nothing to compare it to. If she was a virgin and she only been with you, then it's not too small, right? I mean, how does she know you're too small? And I said, but if she was not a virgin before y'all got married, do the same thing you did in the beginning that made her say I do in the first place. What was it that you were doing in the beginning? I personally, from my own personal experience, I did not date this man, but I married this man. I married a man, and I didn't have sex with this man prior to marriage. Had I had sex with him prior to marriage, I would have never married him. For one, he didn't even have 5 inches on a full erection. He did not. And it almost made me feel like I was with a kid. And so we was only married for 2 weeks. You just not going to make me no self-made pedophile. and that's how I felt. But I do know that in the word of God, it says, in Genesis 2:25, and the man and his wife were naked and they were not ashamed. So when we're talking about a husband and a wife, that's been in her heart all along. Me personally, because I definitely support the institute of marriage. And I have to question is this your first time her saying this? Or have you not been pleasing her all along? And if so, what was her motives for marrying him in the first place? Because out of her heart, her mouth spoke. And then I know that God created sex to be holy. It be a holy union between, a coming together of a man and a husband and his wife. And it's to enjoy the pleasure that these two bodies create that experience, right? And that's what that's what God designed us for. Now the world has tainted us, and when I say us, I mean people that are no longer virgins. You know, if I'm not your first or you're not my first, then I've been tainted by the world and the world expectations. You know, because the world, you know, the world sit there and say, well, let me see. The world has tainted God's creation with sexual immortality, sex with foreign objects. That's the toys that he talked about. Because remember, he said she wanted me to go get her toy. Remember, you know,
Yeah.
so now if y'all been having toys all along, what's the purpose of saying anything for now? Why would you say it? You know, if she wanted him to go get her toy, that's something they've already put in their marriage. Do you agree or disagree, the first caller?
Yeah.
Right. So if you've already done introduced toys in the relationship, then that says off the rip on the honeymoon, you know, you're not big enough. So why is it a problem now? You've never been big enough. That's why I got toys. So, you know, me personally, why I don't understand why it's bothering him now. Why you want to say anything now, you know, when you already know she got toys because you said within 30 seconds she wanted you to go get her toy. And then when he asked her, you know, hey, is something wrong? And then she told him the truth. When I'm wet, I can't feel you. So this ain't.
At a high point of having sex, she hurt his feelings.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is. Real bad because he was trying to please her, and she just shot him down. You're too smart. You need to go rest. Yeah, I agree with caller number one. For a lot of men, their self-esteem and masculinity, in a lot of cases, is tied to the size of their penis. So if they're real small like that, and their self-esteem will be low, they uncertain if they with women if they please them or not. Even though you don't have to have a real big penis to please a woman, but yeah, for a lot of men, psychologically, their self-esteem is tied into the size of their penis. Okay. They're extremely small, and women are telling them you're too small and all that. That could psychologically that could damage a lot of guys.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So when he said it has been bothering me ever since, what is talking about it going to change?
In a sense, for him to talk about it might be just exposing it and making himself maybe feel better and relieved that he talked about it. It's not really going to change much of anything. He's still going to be, in her eyes, he's still going to be too small. So I think him just talking about it probably just exposing it and just getting it out there, and maybe he'll feel a little better emotionally about it. But it's not going to change much in the relationship. She's still going to want her toys and this and that. So we consider him too small.
Okay, thank you for that. Caller number one. What is talking about it going to? If you were that man, what would talking about it benefit you? How would talking about it benefit you? Because it's not going to make your penis grow overnight. It's you understand what I'm saying? So what is talking about it going to do for you if you were that man?
Well, one thing is probably just something that's been going on for years. Penis small for years, and talking about it, like he said, let me tell you a story. This is just me.
Okay.
I suffer from ED. So how about a penis that doesn't start at all?
Wait a minute. Say you suffer from erectile dysfunction, and what else?
That's it. It doesn't get hard at all.
Okay,
so,
but that's now.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
So these things are happening, but having a small penis and you trying to do your best to please your woman, and then you all of a sudden, as you get older, it goes from that, from all the things you've done in the past, things happen, and you suffer. But talking about it, at least gets it off your chest instead of letting your self-esteem, feeling worthy of being happy, is what self-esteem is about. You feel worthy of being happy. But if you you're somebody sitting down here and your self-esteem, you don't feel worthy of being happy. You think you're up, man, I ain't up to par. I can't do that. But down in your heart, you are because it's Steve's father. And, you know, it's about us. Not just that my small penis. You know, if I had to use a toy on so what, I did use a toy. But back in the past, you know what I'm saying? It's something that stems from a long time. You know, having a small penis, you're not to be in the well. So you have this self-esteem that's not that big anyway. And, talking about it, it's almost like going to some type of therapy and you have to do a counselor or something. You have to talk about it, otherwise it builds up and festers in your brain and it causes other damage, whether it be it's causes other damage, you know, whether it be hypertension or the one I have, what's some pills I take?
Viagra's.
No, not the Viagra.
Cialis. I don't.
No, nothing is when you're going crazy. Depression.
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 So let me ask you guys this then. It sounds like to me, and I mean, like I'm all woman over here. I promise you, I have not had my sex change yet, so I'm all woman. But it sounds like to me what you guys are saying is, whether it changes or not, I need to get what I'm feeling off of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, how can you still not think about that further down the line? Because the issue is still going to be the same, even though you get it off of you. Because the man wanted to know, should I say something or let it go? And if he lets it go, he's still going to be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? And if he says something, he's still going to be thinking about it. So And I respond. She wants him to do. Yeah. Okay. Caller number 2. Ronald, go ahead. Say what.
Yeah, I think that with the cat being out of the bag, what she's saying that really kind of put like a kink in the relationship now sexually. When they're together, that's going to always come to mind. I think by her blurting it out like that, even though it was truthful and she spoke the truth, maybe in that case she could have maybe said, well, I just like the toys, for whatever reason, instead of just blurting out you're too small. Because psychologically, this is going to be something he's going to deal with throughout their marriage and it might make him withdraw from want to be with her sexually.
Absolutely.
And that's going to start issues. Even though sex isn't the mainstay of a marriage, it's a big portion of it. And if two people are not like satisfied sexually with each other, that can cause issues outside of the bedroom also. So, but he's gonna have a long road to go because with her blurting it out like that, that's gonna constantly be in the back of his mind anytime they're together sexually.
Wow.
So, it's gonna be an issue. It could probably
unconsciously.
Huh?
She was drunk. Did she do it to hurt him or did she do it unconsciously?
No, she was drunk. She was just like, hey, we get ready to get down. I'm all wet and horny over here, and she finally was like, hey, go get my toy. Because at that moment of her, reaching her climax or whatever the case may be, she know what she needed at that moment. And him just being him wasn't going to be enough for her. And by her being under the influence, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Give a man a strong drink, he'll speak of a sober mind. So she just said what's been in her heart all along. I don't believe, because that's her husband, I don't believe that she intentionally tried to hurt him, but the damage is done. The collateral damage is done.
Yeah,
the damage is done forever.
Yeah.
Huh?
That could be issues, and that could be issues down the road in their marriage.
If it were me and I wasn't well, first of all, let me say this. In 1 Corinthians 7:3, it said the husband must fulfill his duty to his wife, and likewise also the wife to her husband, right? Okay. So if that be the case, if I wasn't in Christ and we had already done introduced toys and stuff to our into our marriage or whatever, because our bed is not defiled, because whatever we do in our bed, we're husband and wife. That's okay, right? So if I was to suggest to him, hey, listen, why don't you go get a penis enhancement or penis enlargement or whatever the case may be, then that way, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they have pills to make it grow. I don't know if they have things you can add on to it. I personally don't know. But
Yeah, you can get that. No problem.
yeah, so in that area, I would sit there and say, babe, what's bothering you? Something's wrong with you, you know. And then he say, well, the other night you told me I was too small. And then I would look at it like, okay. Now, like caller number Ronald said, the cat's out the bag now. So then that's when I would simply say, yeah, honey, that's true. You know, over the years, you know, my walls have starting to get loose from, you know, you pounding on me with them 5 inches. You know, now I'm 6 inches deep. You know what I mean? And just you not getting it no more. So I get it. Huh?
I had to get my tongue to still get hard.
Why you see? I should have knew. I knew not to answer the call from no worldly man. You sound like my grandfather. My grandfather said, when you get weak in the hip, you get stronger. Okay. Well, anyway, you know, me personally, you know, if the word of God says that our bodies are not our own, my body belongs to my husband's body belongs to me, I'm going to do the same things to his body that I would do to my own body. If I massage my own body, which I do, my temple get to hurting, you know, I rub it, you know, I'm going to massage his body. If I lotion my body, I'm going to lotion him down. If I kiss my body, I'm going to kiss his body. If I pamper my body, I'm gonna pamper his body, you know. But I can't think of anybody in the world that if I had a rubber neck, you know. Well, if I never mind. But anyway, I can't think of anybody in this world that said it better than the Impressions back in 1975 when they said, "Hold on, y'all know I ain't getting off this live without singing." The same thing it took to get my baby hooked is gonna take the same thing to get. So I look at it like this. I appreciate caller number 1. I appreciate you calling in, giving me your input, giving me a male's perspective, a worldly male's perspective. And caller number 2, I appreciate you calling in, Ronald, and giving me your perspective, be it worldly, spiritual, or just your own personal perspective. I appreciate both you guys so very much. That conversation, yes, I would definitely advise him to have that talk with her, but to also understand that she was under the influence and those are her true feelings. And it is a reflection on him. I'm not going to say, well, baby, there's no reflection on you. It is. It's a direct reflection on him because his penis is too small, but it wasn't small in the beginning. So whatever he was doing in the beginning of the marriage that made her say, I want to walk down that aisle. And, you know, now if she was like me and she walked down the aisle blindly and then this is what she got. Hey, you've been knowing this since day one. So. I thank y'all so much. God bless you. God keep you. And God protect both of you until we see each other or talk to each other again. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Thank you. You as well. Bye, caller 1.